Another rapid review with the brewer for this one, Davey Stabler from Copperhead Brewing.
We ditched Graham.
Yeah, we ditched Graham because he's far too intelligent. We can't have that. So we were talking before about the common ground IPA using the same hop bill, but the flavour profile on this is completely different. Definitely that orange note that's going through it.
I like it. Oh,
damn it, it's here. I thought we got away with it. Come on, get in there.
What's all this?
There we go, we're trying to escape it, but no. So yeah, it's got that orange note in there again, which is from, you were saying, from the yeast, that Norwegian or Scandinavian yeast.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's exactly it.
And
rural Norwegian.
So when we were talking about the build, when do you add the hops into this boil? Go into this?
Into this?
Yeah.
Like everywhere I can, pretty much.
Okay.
So I actually had
60-minute boil?
I'm not going to tell you what I've added stuff in. But I will give you the amount of additions I had during the boil. So I want to see.
We'll be back after
I think it's 7 or 8 hot side additions, so that's allowing for another 2 additions after.
So 9 additional points you put it in.
Yeah.
And do you put all 3 hops into those 9 additional points, or individual hops?
So the first few additions are single hops. After that, they're all the same, and that's fairly unusual in any beer that I brew. However, I wanted all those hops to come through at an equal amount and give off the equal sort of amount, bring their flavours through, flavours and aromas through equally, because the hop combination I use they just match well.
So these 3 hops are?
Azaka, Mosaic and Simcoe.
So why would you use each of those? Like, you're talking about the balance of it, what do each of those bring to the balance?
Mosaic has that big sort of mango tropical fruit sort of punch to it. It also has a very resinous sort of flavour and aroma, which is one thing that I love in beers.
That did show up in the last one, actually, that resiny sort of note that was running through Benny's.
Yeah. Simcoe has a nice pininess, but it also gives a bit of citrus as well. And Azaka, I find personally, gives a massive punch of pineapple. Which, when I'm using this yeast that has all that orange character, I just find that's a nice balance between the 3, especially the Mosaic with that orange and mango sort of flavours. But I didn't want it to be a juicy beer. I want it to be still a good resiny IPA, so that's why I've got the Simcoe in there. And the Azaka, it's just one of those hops that I loved and was playing around with it, and I loved the flavour characteristic of it, so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to throw it in my IPA.
And do you prefer brewing beers with lots of hop additions? Is it more enjoyable to be putting in hops in more often and getting the whiff as well, or do you just brew it?
Honestly, at home, yeah, because it keeps me interested in going. At work, no, because I'm usually doing 3 other things at once, and then I'm having to stop every 2 seconds to put in hop additions.
Set alarms.
So where is the major cost for beers turning up? Is it actually, tax is obviously a big one, but in is it the dry goods, the mash bill, is it the hops? What is it that's the main component cost?
Hops are definitely very expensive.
Yeah, so that's what I'm asking is there when you're going to order your hops or whatever, like, do you actually have to plan that in a marketing sense? Not so much for yours, I'm guessing, but for the bigger breweries, you'd have to be like really on top of it, because you didn't need thousands of dollars to go.
Yeah, absolutely with that. When I brewed this one, I didn't tell my boss about my hops.
Oh, so we shouldn't really have the talk about this on camera now, is what you're saying?
He knows now.
The bill opens. Oh my god! What are you doing?
Actually,
the
we
tops are expensive.
we did have a staff meeting yesterday, and he told me that my expenses were quite good this month. So
Because you put it in last month's expenses,
I
wasn't
did
it?
put it in last month.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Business tip for anyone that's actually a brewer: try to split your hop bill over 2 pay periods. That was so much easier. All right, well we better get back into the quiz now.
Nice beer.
Nice.
If you're missing out on the quiz, you should come into Brew Group.